Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. You already know what it is. I need to make an audio. Boop, 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 boop. Let's make it do what it do, when it do, and how it do. I want to get right up in this little topic right here. We're going to talk, with my pops right here. Make sure you like, subscribe. Juanita Mecca Audio. Hit that bell. Like, subscribe. My father's channel, Unique Mecca Audio. Show us some love. You already know, because I love showing y'all some love, talking to y'all. You already know what it is. So let's jump into this. Now, we're going to talk about Jay Prince. Jay Prince, he's trying to get at 50 Cent. And we all know 50 Cent, he played more than a little bit, and he really don't care. He going to do what he do when he do. What I've been seeing, you understand? Now, Jay Prince, he getting at him off of 50 and Meech's situation. Maybe he feel like Rick Ross, he ain't do what he was supposed to do. Maybe he felt like 50 Cent ain't do what he was supposed to do when it came to the Meech situation. So in his mind, he like, all right, I think I'm big dog. Let me go see what I can, profit off this little thing here with the Meech and 50 Cent thing, get my little, my little time to shine as well. Come on, let's take this ride. You already know. Let's see what it do. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell. You already know. Let's go.
I believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect, the way they do today. People are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living, but
Prince called 50 a complete hypocrite, saying that if Big Meech is a snitch, then 50 is basically a cop. Ouch.
You know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like you see and you go, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince in them out. I'm saying,
He didn't say nothing to whack. So when you come talking to me, I feel like you're very selective. This is exactly what I meant last week when I was talking about street is being selective.
You hear that? They go Meech putting it down. Sometimes you just got to know how to just fall back, man. Because that situation that Meech had ain't had nothing to do with Jay Prince. But Jay Prince, he got a fight in the dog if he planning on spending his bag, behind the BMF brand. So then he had every right to jump out there on 50 Cent because he might as well get in the mix, shake it up, like he said, and make it happen. Alright.
So Jay Prince is allegedly sending threats to 50 Cent for dissing Big Meech and saying he might do something if 50 keeps calling Meech a rat.
Now, why do Jay Prince care other than he trying to get a bag off the BMF brand? Put it in the comments. Let's see where y'all at if y'all learning anything over there at Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm giving it to y'all too.
I agree with that, though, because at the end of the day, what the heck does your ass got to do with 50 and Meech's situation? And how long this been going on already, and now you feel like you need to speak out? And again, is it because he feels like Rick Ross, or he feel like 50 dropped the ball on it, and he couldn't do what they were supposed to do when it came to handling him when he came out in the situation? Let me know. What do y'all think? Because what was the purpose of him even coming at 50? Cloud, what you think? I'm asking. I ain't saying. Let me know. Because it's a little funny to me. And you already know when I do that little head scratch, that means something, so stop playing with me. I'm scratching that little neck right now, so let me explain.
Raw. Jay Prince jump out there on 50 Cent, knowing 50 Cent is a goon, knowing that Jay Prince selectively pick who he goes at, and now he picked the biggest goon to go at. And why? Because I guess the biggest goon is connected to the biggest bag. Let's go.
You all know 50 doesn't just go quiet when someone throws shade his way, and this time it looks...
You already know. Let me say this. Because when you come in, like you moving on the streets and everything, you outside, you feeling like something about to go down. I'm getting that eye, and I ain't feeling that look from who's coming from. I'm feeling the heat, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to wait for you to make your move, because if I already got that feeling, and my feelings is usually accurate, so if I already got that feeling, I'm going for the biggest one first, and I'm knocking you down. Now, these men, they making money right now, right? Think. All right. 50, he big right now. He talking that talk. He talking that talk. Let me go jump on him real quick, and let me see if I'm going to collect that big old bag. You heard what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get the biggest one. I'm always going to profit off of it. Understand me?
Looks like Jay Prince might have poked the wrong bear. See, there are so many layers to this, and Jay Prince's history doesn't exactly help his case. His name has been attached to all types of shady business.
Yo, y'all put in the comments what shady business is Jay Prince been on. I've been gone 26 years, so get me caught up because I might start doing some joints on this. And if there's anything y'all want me to cover, you like me, think I need to see so I can get my old ass caught up, send it to the number that comes on the screen, 917-680-9091. Rewind that, 917-680-9091. All right?
From extortion rumors, sketchy dice games, and even claims that he and his son were allegedly involved in Takeoff's death. And that means if 50 decides to go all in and expose Jay Prince's dirty laundry, he will have a whole lot to work with.
Now, let's be clear. As they said, it was rumored, allegedly, that he had something to do or son had something to do whatever with Quavo's death. Now, let's all see right now how many people was hurt off of this Quavo, forgive me, off of Takeoff's death. How many people? Multiple, right? So let's say this. All these people that was hurt off of his death, and we already know 50, he was cool with him too or whatever, right? Now, Jay Prince, if this accusations are true, and now you coming after 50 too, how do you think this is going to make you shine in the light to get a profit off of? Besides looking like Clouder, something. I don't really want, you know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. I could be wrong. This is what I'm seeing. Like, what's going on right here?
In fact, 50 has now seemingly responded to Jay Prince's rumored threats on IG, and he's reminding everybody just how he gets down when someone tries to play him. But is Jay Prince even jumping to Big Meech's defense? How exactly did he threaten 50? And is he making a huge mistake by going after the pettiest man in the industry? Let's break this down.
There you go. Let's go.
That's a few of y'all questions. Then I'm gonna have to go about my business. You can see I'm just relaxing, letting God's air blow on my face.
Tell him.
In a sucker-free environment.
So in case you were wondering, yes, 50 Cent is still keeping his foot on Big Meech's neck about those snitching allegations. 50 isn't backing down from Meech, but he's not the only one throwing shots these days. Recently, Top 5 hit up social media to blast the former Kingpin for sliding into his DMs. In a video, he called Big Meech a rat and tagged Fifth to step in saying, 50 Cent, come get this fake 60-year-old Kingpin out my DMs before I crash out.
Yo, that's some serious joint. 50 done started ruining them. Right now, Big Meech got a lawsuit in on 50. And this is the perfect example for him to show, because now the young rappers is dissing him when they was looking up to him before the 50 Cent fallout. Let's go.
Hashtag Big Screech.
Yo, this is what 50 do, though. Let's be clear. You remember when 50 was beefing with Jarve or whatever? Everybody really started looking and understanding what 50 was talking about. And people started sliding with 50. It wasn't riding with Ja no more. Ja Rule, I'm referring to, right? Who else was it he was beefing with? I know it was somebody else that he had. I can't think right now, but it was somebody else. What, even Vivica, when he was messing with her, like that was his girlfriend or whatever, and he was like, nah, it was like a little, one thing, she was a little nut. Everybody slid on his side. Pick your battles, yo. Pick your battles. Especially if you already know that your name been out there doing things that ain't even shining light with people more than the person that you're trying to go up head to head with. You know what I mean? So, that's just mine. Let's see what happens.
And of course, it didn't take long for 50 to react and take an opportunity to troll Big Meech some more. 50 reshared Top 5's video and wrote in the caption, he probably wanted to borrow some money from you gangsta, LOL. And while most of the industry is staying out of the mess, trying to avoid getting dragged into 50's beef with Big Meech, Jay Prince decided to insert himself into the drama when nobody asked him to.
Maybe it's because he got a bag in mind dealing with the BMF brand, so you can't say that, because if there's a bag involved, he got every right to get involved.
So some gossip blogs recently reported that Jay Prince has been throwing some shade on Instagram stories, calling out 50 for allegedly using Big Meech for clout. It seems like Jay Prince couldn't resist joining the conversation,
Or the clout chasing.
even though he wasn't involved from the jump. And allegedly, Jay Prince posted and then quickly deleted a message that read, Big Meech was worth over $100 million before he went to prison. 50 used Meech's life to make money and gave him $5 million and now think he created the BMF brand. But
that's not all. Jay Prince want to get involved with that BMF brand.
it's not all. According to some insiders, Jay Prince is also pulling some sneaky moves behind the scenes and allegedly threatening to send his people on 50 to try to silence him. However, 50 isn't backing down. In fact, he just made clear that they can try all they want, but they'll never succeed in taking him down.
That sounds so stupid. I know Jay Prince didn't think that he could send someone to threaten a man from the street. Jay Prince, you from the street. You know better than that. I believe this is YouTube talk. I don't have you doing that, Jay Prince. I'm going to keep it 100. Jay Prince, I'm even going to say, I know you didn't do that, because that would be the stupidest thing. And I don't see you as stupid, so this seems like it's just internet trolling talk. Let's keep it moving. You know, I got to get my opinion so y'all know how it's gangsters think. I got to support Jay Prince on that.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, though. Why would you think that 50's just going to lay down? Especially if you're going to threaten me, I'm going even harder, though. Like, stop playing with me, guy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we all know 50, like my father said, 50's from the streets. Let's be clear. He's from the streets, and he came up off them streets, and he can still walk in them streets freely, and his mind has not really, it ain't too much off of it. He just learned even more. Now, this is a dangerous-ass mother when you actually become, when you're born on the streets, moved on the streets, whatever the case may be. You got that big brain, that smart-ass freaking street mentality, okay? And then you also, don't get me fucked up now, you also got like Wall Street little, you know what I mean? Suit and tie type of office, and I'm smart with the, you know what I mean? Pay attention. 50 ain't no fool, y'all. And everything he do it accurately. You remember when he was getting sued or whatever? That man filed for bankruptcy, not because he was broke. Nah, he did that smart, because y'all wasn't going to get all his bread. You understand what I'm saying? That man is smart. He's street smart, and he also, like, suit and tie smart, white collar. Don't play with the dude. But, you know, Jay Prince, he's very street. Who knows? But, you know, as my pop said, we're going to respect everybody. Everybody do their own little thing. Everybody do a little bit better. But what I'm trying to say is a dangerous person is somebody that got the knowledge of them streets and the knowledge and the power with them white collar and the whites. You understand me? Ooh, am I wrong or am I right? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But, you know, let's keep riding. Let's keep riding and see what it do.
On that one. But like I said, if Jay Prince going after the bag with Meech, he got every right to throw a little bang, a little rock up in the fight, you know? But if he's just doing it for clout, come on, dog. We too old for clout. You know what I mean? We already got a name. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving.
50 dropped a clip from Training Day, letting everyone know that no matter what they throw his way, he's built for this and won't be intimidated. And he wrote in the caption, "Get the message." So now fans are clowning Jay Prince and saying he needs to stay in his lane because he definitely doesn't want to be on 50's radar and attract attention to his own sketchy reputation.
What is sketchy about Jay Prince's reputation? I've been gone for almost 3 decades. Please catch me up in the comments or hit the number that comes on the screen. There it is right there, 917-680-9091. Screenshot the picture, get the number, fill me in, send me whatever links you got on whatever content you want to hear me give my opinion on, and let's rock and roll. All right?
So, in case you're not familiar with Jay Prince, he's the CEO and co-founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, one of Houston's most legendary labels. Now, Jay Prince likes to call himself the King of Houston and act like he owns the whole city. And there's this unspoken rule that when big name rappers touch down in H-Town, J Prince steps in like their unofficial security detail, making sure they move safely.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the proper word, connected, properly connected, or whatnot.
Yeah, they get tripped up on the semantics.
Yeah, they get stuck. I mean, right there, you stuck. So then you stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid, and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. We all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a blessing, Rip.
Real talk.
Real talk. Who want to have access to power and not use it?
However,
all right, hold on. Before we go any further, I got to speak on this, man, because like I said, I don't care who it is, man. If you say something crazy like he just said, you know what I mean? He talking about tapping in for power. If you tap in for power and you go to any state, I'm just letting y'all know the rules. You don't like it, I'm giving you rat bastards a chance to get off my channel right now. That's your 3-second call out. Out of here. Let's get this thing popping. I can't stand these rats. Listen.
Okay, and I'm gonna second that. All you rat bastards, don't you stay on my page. You better take your ass somewhere else. I don't play them things. Not on this thing. You understand me? Everybody else, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Rat bastards, get up out this thing. You heard me? Aight. Let's go. I'm just saying, we don't do the rat bastards around here. My pops taught me well. We ain't doing no rat bastards.
So you understand, if you go check in with someone in another state and something happened to your man in that state, whoever you checked in with is responsible. That means war off with his head or whatever you feel you need to go as far as you need to go for your man that checked in with somebody and then lost their life.
Okay. Period.
End of story. Let's stop this. Everybody yelling, check in, check in. Who's stupid enough to want to take the responsibility of a stranger's life in their hands because they got the bag? If somebody come in town to visit me like the homies from D.C. or Virginia or, Miami or wherever, then I'm responsible for them. That's not checking in. They came to see me. Period. So that means that gives me the responsibility to make sure they have a good time, have a good roof over their head, and get out of town safely. And if any one of them, God forbid, don't, then it's war upon me and whoever did that, because if not, then my brother's gonna come for me. Because I violated because they was there on my watch. So for Jay Prince or anybody to say, check in with me, that's a big responsibility. So someone get bodied when they checked in with you, then what do you say? Oh, that ain't nothing to do with me, dog. No, you wear that. So whoever lose their life when they checked in with someone in any state, whoever they checked in with is responsible, and just keeping it real, not promoting violence, but just letting you know what it is. That means off with their head. So who want to put their head on the chopping block for another dude because he got the bag and he coming through his city? Stop it, man. This is what I walked home into. I remember Jay Prince when I was growing up and doing my thing all up in Virginia on the East Coast in 86, 87, 88. He had a big name out there. You made it out the game, big brother. Shut up and go lay down somewhere and enjoy your money, man. I laid down for 26 years and they took all my money. You blessed to be out here to raise your kids, put your kids on, get a mansion, do all this. Somebody need to tell you what time it is, Jay Prince. Stop it. Let them young boys be crazy. Because you getting involved in this, talking about checking with you, that's crazy. Stop it, man. You know better than that. I know you know better than that. You from my era. You my...
In fact, let me say this. I'm always, anybody I'm responsible for, best believe me, out of state, in state, I'm coming for you if something happens, especially on my watch. You understand me? This man, as my pops is saying, I agree. You a little too old for this right now, man. Let these little young folks do what them little young things is doing, and you know what I mean? Find your place, sit in it, fester, enjoy your money, enjoy your bread. Not everybody gets to be free and have their bread that they actually made. Remember that. Chill out. And let me tell you something. I will not be responsible for someone that I don't need to be. You understand me? You too old to be talking about checking in respectfully with you. Okay, so what you want to do? Because you know nowadays things is real different too. We got a lot of young folks that's not even thinking before they do. Not even trying to get the plan to have the perfect murder. You understand what I'm saying? You know, respectfully. Unlived. You understand? That's the new word that's going around or whatever, right? Why would you want all that on you and you think the next one ain't just going, you know what I mean? Not have no thoughts or anything about it. They just going anytime and moment. Sit back. Enjoy your money. Chill out. You know what I mean? Relax. About to end this video right here. You already know what it is. Juanita Mecca Audio. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Tune in. Let's make it do what it do, when it do, and how it do. Look, like, subscribe to my father's channel, Unique Mecca Audio. Thank you for tuning in. We out.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be whoring Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the... Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.